What do you think, Fatso? What do you think? What you got going on? Huh? What you got going on? All right, hello everybody, welcome. A little Thursday night show because everything's weird. So we're just doing shows all the time now because it's that time of year. Time of every 3 years, whatever. Anyway, disappointing price today. We had one run about, what? Hour and 45 minutes into the trading day, right, Monkey? And then went ever since then. The end of the day, very interesting things were happening. Lots and lots and lots of movement in the $20 calls that Keith Gill has. And 93,266 of them, of which about 70,000 of that volume happened in the last 30, 40 minutes of the day. Immediately, you started seeing shills out there. Well, Keith Gill just sold all his options. He rug pulled you guys. He's out. Oh, really? He sold at 10 cents above his buy price. And he's like, well, it's not for me. I guess I'm out. Other people's like, no, he's rolled over. No, he's exercising. Blah. And then after close, after all the shills were determined that Keith Gill got out, and everyone's like, oh my God, Keith Gill got out. I got so many messages from you folks screaming that Keith Gill got out. I don't think he did. I've not seen a YOLO update yet. He didn't do one yesterday either, but he did post this morning about his plan. And then the further deep dives into the level 2s of the bid-ask spread on these options looks like it was illegal wash sales done by some sock puppet accounts to bounce these things back and forth with each other to get the volume as high as possible for close so that everyone would think Gill had dumped, causing the price to drop as we hit the end of the trading day. So, you know, if it's illegal wash sales, rest assured the SEC and the FBI will find out who it is sometime in 2031, and we'll find them a cup of coffee, a handshake, and a bag of marbles. So don't worry, like, they'll get to the bottom of it when our children are having children. So yeah, that was the big news today. Was there anything else big? Oh yeah, there's a shareholder meeting tomorrow. Early. 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. East Coast, 8 a.m. out here in the West. If I can get myself functional by that time in the morning, I will maybe try to live stream it. I'm not going to make any promises because every day that alarm goes off, it's really hard for me to do much of anything other than go at the phone for a long time because I'm not a morning person. I don't do mornings. Mornings are not my thing. So, yeah. I'm sure you guys will have lots of questions. Let's just, it's not dark outside yet. I forgot. It's June. It's going to be light till like 10 p.m. So it might be after dark when we get over this, but until then, a normal. Okay, turn off the intro. Go to the chat. Keith Dixon was first. Boom, way to go, Keith Dixon. Louis got his graphs. Louis got his pictures. Louis got his little Hawaiian shirts and whatnot. Lost waves. Would you do the same options play on MMAT to break even as you do on GME? There's not enough volatility on MMAT to do anything at the moment. They did announce that they're going to be selling off nanotechnology, nanosecurity, which is the only part of the company that makes any money. So Uzi is right there, just destroying the company as best he can. So I don't know. I don't know if it's salvageable at this point. Uzi seems pretty determined to pull that whole company apart and make sure that nothing's left. So I can't imagine he's any plans that aren't nefarious at this point, but it just seems like his job is to destroy everything he can so that there's nothing left for anyone to pick up afterwards. You fire all the experts, you get rid of the buildings, you destroy all the technology, you pull apart the entire company into all its constituent pieces, and you let everyone go, and then you go, what could I do? I don't know, run a company, try that maybe. So I don't know. honestly, I don't know if it's salvageable. I might just have to suck it up at this point and hope that my options play on this comes through. I did totally miss the ball today. I should have sold at 8:20 a.m. my time, 11:20 a.m. East Coast time. I should have sold then, let it drop, buy back in. I'd have 4 times as many options contracts by the end of the day. But I didn't do that. Instead, I was like, and thumb twiddling did not play in my favor today. I think we're going to see some interesting things tomorrow. I don't know what all they're going to announce because the shareholders meetings during the day, and if people can ask questions, ask some pointed questions and see if they answer. So, are you going to dilute more? What are you going to spend the $4 billion on? Do you have anything to do with Bed Bath & Beyond? Blah, blah, blah. Like, get some pointed questions in there and see if we can finally get some answers to things. That would be lovely. It's really interesting that they're doing it during the day. It's very interesting. It's very rare that someone's going to do a shareholder meeting like this during trading hours. So that means one of two things. One, they got amazing things to announce and they want everyone to know it. Or two, they want to be as tight-lipped as possible so they don't affect the market in any way. And they won't announce, they won't admit to anything. So, which is it going to be? I don't know. I guess we'll tune in and find out. Lots of ways to get D. Lauer on the show. Keith Booth, like and subscribe. Thank you, Keith Booth. Right, shout out to Monkey Butt and Fat Cat. Fat Cat's here. Look at you got lint on your butt. You can't be trusted to take anywhere. Monkey's on the floor over here. He's floor dog. Yeah. Cat took your spot. She's just all mopey down there. But, he's a good scratch. He's a big, giant lardo, flappy fat boy. Keith Booth, calm before the storm of GME. I think you're exactly right in that. Keith Booth also says, I don't get to ask questions because I'm behind an 18-wheeler all day and sometimes at night. Would not be wise to text and drive. Hopefully you're not texting and driving right now, that you are home, sitting in your truck, eating at a Perkins, I don't know, and hanging out. GDC, 3-year GigaSwaps expired this month. If it's a big if, they were renewed this month, it would have been without including BBY in the renewal because it's been removed from the market. That's an excellent point, that if they did renew it, those shares are not anything they can pass around. So if it goes shwunk, then the liability goes with it. That'd be pretty fun, right? Snort wasabi. So effing excited for tomorrow. And Pias. Okay. Pias Sekinoa. Predictions on GME's annual meeting tomorrow. Man, it's really hard to gauge what they're going to admit to. Like, are they having a daytime one so they can just be like, ta-da, and lay out the death blow for the short hedge funds? Or will they just be like, play it coy and just, oh, we might be doing some things, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, what? I think it's one or the other. Either they're tight-lipped, they say nothing of relevance, or it's a big fanfare and a big old middle finger to all the short hedge funds. 50-50. Like, flip a coin, and that's probably as good a chance as a guess as I could make right now. Javier Martinez, dividend. That's also a possibility. They could announce a dividend. Tomorrow is the release date of the Pleaser DAO Wu-Tang album. They've mentioned it multiple times now, and that GameStop holders have some sort of access to it. Yeah. If they announce something about Wu-Tang at the meeting, I'll be very happy. I'd be like, yes, that'd be cool. But dude, dividend be great. They can do a quarter dividend, 50 cent, 25 cent dividend, quarter dividend, something like that. And that automatically just, like, announcing a 50-cent dividend for Facebook resulted in the stock price climbing $50 after hours. So if they could announce a 25-cent or 50-cent dividend, that'd be great. We were hoping for that at the fourth quarter earnings, and we got we got nothing out of it then. So, attaining oneness. Hey, Rock God. Ever hear of Heaven Shall Burn, a German melodic death metal band? Highly recommend. They even took a break during COVID so the singer could return to his former job of being a nurse, doctor, and help during. Their lyrics are dope too. Okay, where's my cat pen? Heaven Shall Burn. Heaven Shall Burn. Metal. Okay, it's on the list. Heaven Shall Burn. Check it out. Oh my goodness, they're coming in fast. Robert Hurt. Since I'm 5 minutes from GameStop corporate offices, I own shares. Does that mean I can attend and represent? Taking all suggestions. I have no idea. In the past, usually headquarters would have some sort of meeting. I know it's on a call. The link is on Computer Share as to what it is. And you can log in as a shareholder and you can log in as a guest. So you can do one or the other. I think if you log in as a shareholder, you might be able to queue up and ask a question. If you're a guest, you just listen. Give it a shot, Robert. If you don't have anything going on tomorrow, head on down there in the morning and see if you can, walk in and be like, I'm here for the shareholders meeting. And they'd be like, we're not prepared for humans. So give it a shot. That's what I say. Just sit through there. Anyone else in DFW, give it a shot as well. Justin Shackelford. Have you looked at the open interest on 614 now? 25 million. Oh, sorry, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 50. Could you have moved to these? Well, let us take a look, shall we? Okay, Chrome's open. Chrome is open. Okay, so I'm currently on the 21s. Let's look at 14. Okay, what we got? We've got first big chunks to 25. 25,000 of those suckers. Then we got a big chunk at 30, big chunk at 35, a big chunk at 40, and decent sized one at 50, 60, 100, quite a bit, and holy crap, look at all those 128s, all those lotto tickets at 128. Wowee. I mean, they were cheap today. They got down to 8-9 cents today. So if someone was interested in doing a big old lotto play, dang, I mean, you might be able to turn that 9 cents into $1, maybe $1.25 if we shoot up, if we have a crazy overnight tomorrow night, maybe. That is a lot. Oh my goodness. So we were at 33 today. So that would put us about which puts 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, if we get to 33, we'd have about 95,000 shares, 95,000 contracts, so 9.5 million shares in the money. That might be enough to do some damage on Monday if they don't dilute. Don't dilute. I wonder if we're after hours. We're perked up a little bit, but not much. Last I looked, where are we right now? We are at still 26.33. All right. Not too shabby. I mean, I don't know why I keep looking at my phone. I can scroll up and look at it. It's 26.02 there, but that was the after hours ending. So 26 and change. And here's the question. Tomorrow morning, if we don't really see any overnight action, or I don't know, maybe Gil sends out a tweet at midnight tonight or something. It's like, hey, I stole all my positions. We see some serious action in the morning. Get some action in the morning. Or no action whatsoever. Whatever happens. We open at a price. Do they hammer it down before the meeting? During the meeting or after the meeting? Because they're going to try to hammer it down as best they can. Whatever the news is. So, what do we do? What do we do? Cat and dog? Sleep. I guess what we can do. I don't know. I just want some bouncing around. That's all I want. Just bounce around, jump up and down. Give us something, man. Legacy 10 Productions. Houston. So, did these wash trades really do anything? Fisher was a mattress. I think what they've done is open up the ability of the CAT system to identify who was doing the wash trades and then perhaps pick them up by the scruff of their necks and shake them out for some whistleblower money. But no, they kept the price down, is what they did. The price should have been probably over $30 at close, if anything. And that wash trade kept the premiums way down. So people were panic selling options if they were doing anything. Yeah. So if we go back to the 21s here. So the premium on the 20s still $6. So it's slightly above what his 640. So it's like almost $1 above what his buy-in is. So if he didn't sell 55, he's not selling at 28, 26. I just don't see that happening. The dude held his other options through 480, back down to 40 and back up again. Like, if anyone is like can take a turd and squeeze it into a diamond, it's that dude. As the most diamond hand person who's ever existed in the internet. So yeah, I just have my doubts. I think it was all wash sale, all to manipulate, and hope people go to prison for it. Personally, Robert Hurt just watched The Boys in the Boat. Great story about the rowing team at UW. The book is amazing too. The book is really, really, really good. Yeah. I'm waiting for the story of the 36 men's basketball team, who are also from University of Washington. Ed Lovrich, he's a Bainbridge kid, invented the hook shot. He was on that 36 team that won the Olympics. And apparently, from what I heard, the Germans didn't really know how to make a basketball court. They made like a gravel tarmac with 2 hoops. And like the high scoring games were like 12 points because everyone was slipping and sliding all over the place. But yeah, the UW basketball team took home gold in 36 at that too. As did Ed Lovrich, inventor of the hook shot. I'm Jack the Tits. How did your weeklies go? I tried to get a fill at 33, no luck. Before I knew it, we started to drop. So DCA Macons, hope tomorrow I can sell and close for profit. And then they hammer it Friday. I think we're gonna get some wild action tomorrow. That's what I think. Probably down at first, down during the meeting, and after post meeting. That's what I think is gonna happen. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I hope happens anyway. What I think and what I hope, that's hard to differentiate and figure out if there's a bias affecting that. But if we don't dilute Friday, I think we see some good price action. Let's look back up and see what the is that this options chain chart. Okay, let's get a renewal on this sucker. Go away. Okay, before we were at like $28 and Max Payne was at like 35 or something. Right now we are right at Max Payne. We're right there. So Max Payne's at 26 and we're sitting at 26. So we're right there. So if we move up past this thing, they're going to start having to buy in and hedge for that. And we can do crazy movements. We can do $20, $30 during a trading day. And we can do $30, $40 in an overnight. So tomorrow might make for some real big craziness. Right now we still have 95 million shares, or sorry, 9.5 million shares in the money at this very moment. And if we push over 30, it just goes bonkers from there. So we can do some weird things. We can do some weird things next couple of days. Let's get weird. Let's get real weird. Nicholas E., I was here. You were there. There we go. Sad Boy Incorporated, any announcement by GameStop will have to be made before, during pre-market, or after normal market hours, during the aftermarket, if there's an announcement for a merger acquisition. So you think they're going to dump something in the morning before our meeting? Because people are going to ask about it at the meeting. they're going to expect them to talk about it since, you know, it's been the 10K for the past couple of terms and quarters. And Sad Boy says, also looks like we're on Kitty about 50,000 more call options at $20 strike for June 21st. It did look like there was huge purchases, about 4 million in the last couple of minutes, $4 million worth of $20 calls. So if they try and pay him as selling and he added to it, that'd be delicious. Lexington Productions, Houston. Was there a strategy involved in making the shareholder meeting during trading hours? It's very weird and rare, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know if it's so they can like blow on some noisemakers and eat cake. Like, I don't know what the motive is to do it during trading hours. None. Makes me think they're going to drop stuff in the morning then. Yeah. And Lexington Productions, can the Mariners get past the Yankees to make it to the first World Series this season? The Mariners need some hitters. The Mariners are the worst first place team in the American League, and they need people who can hit. They got pitching. They got pitching for days. There's some injuries in the bullpen, and some concerns about Wu, who was having a fantastic start to the season after being on the DL. But the Mariners need someone who can hit. There's no one on the team who is an above average hitter. Not one at the moment. There's 10 guys who should be above average hitters and just are not. Even like the people who do really well in certain situations, like Cal Raleigh, the catcher, the dude's a monster. Can't hit for shit unless they're 3 runs behind and he's got people on base. Then all of a sudden it's dinger time. He's the most clutch dude ever, but he can't hit to save his life when things aren't clutch. And we need a team that can pile on runs early and not have to worry about doing comebacks in the 9th inning. So, can they beat the Yankees? I mean, they've beaten the Yankees this season, but they're gonna have to figure out how to get some hitters in there, or get the guys who should be hitting to actually hit. I don't know. The weather gets warmer. Some of those Latin players start to like loosen up and do their thing. Whoa, fast like a bear. You were about to read your thing and then you vanished. Fast like a bear, fast like a bear, fast like a bear, fast like a bear, fast like a bear. Where'd you go? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Fast like a bear. Fitness. Schwab adding a premium for people trading GME on margin. Oh, okay. I mean, there's always lots of haircuts on volatile stocks like that. So I can imagine they're doing that. GDC, post-MOAS, the Smithsonian should rename the Kenneth C. Griffin Exploring the Planets Gallery to the Ken Griffey Jr. Exploring the Planets Gallery. Save money on new signs with minimal changes. I like it. I'd support that. Ken Griffey Jr. would be like, what, I do? MacroTurf, I am dumb. But still, if shorts are buying to get out, why go down? Why not go up? Your guess is as good as mine. Nicholas E. heard some tinfoil that gave me hopium for my $30 June 14th calls. I got some 35s still. 28's not in the money anymore. They were. Yeah. Robert Hurt, crap Dallas down 0-3 to Boston. The better team. Boston might sweep this one, to be honest. Yeah, they're solid. Jay Geyser, settling news. First delay settlement of options for the benefit of the people, and now revealed at D-Day ceremony, Biden shit his pants next to Macron. It done settled too. His depends. Ain't that the shit? I mean, that's no different than what Trump was doing in his trial, falling asleep and just ripping farts. So we got some farty old men. That's apparently what we got for our 2024. Look forward to the future. Old guys can't control their butts. Lexington Productions, Houston. Can you explain what the Kansas City Shuffle is and what you think RK is up his sleeve? The Kansas City Shuffle is you got a con artist and you have a mark. And the mark is expecting the con. So the con artist does his play so that the mark thinks he's going to outsmart him. But the con artist has a second player over here who then swoop takes the stuff from the mark originally. That's the Kansas City Shuffle. You basically have them looking over here, and then you do stuff over here, and ta-da, there you go. So Keith's got him looking somewhere, and he's about to ta-da them, and maybe he's got multiple brokerage accounts. Maybe he's not just on E-Trade. Maybe he's doing millions of dollars in trades on another account somewhere. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm really wondering what his is going to be. What's the zazz? What's the jazz hands? What's the riz? What's he got going on? I'm excited to find out, and I hope I benefit from it personally. That's all I really care about, is that I benefit from it. You guys can benefit from it too, hopefully. But I really, whatever it is, I want to benefit from it. Nicholas E, I hop makwa some forward. I think you're having a stroke, Nicholas E, but it's okay. Hopefully help is there. Jake Geyser, never seen monkey butt bark. Can you get her to speak, more preferably howl? She won't howl. She barked the other day when my roommate's friend drove into the driveway, and she heard his car. She's like, "Brr, brr." That's about as much as you'll get out of her. Or if we're at like a dog park and she's playing, she usually finds one dog she hones in on and just yells at it. And that poor dog is like, leave me alone. And she's like, yarp, yarp, yarp. She doesn't shut up. But the rest of the time, she doesn't say a word. She'll go weeks without making a sound. At most, I know somebody's pulled in the driveway because like she doesn't bark, but her tail just goes on like the bed or couch or chair, whatever she's on. And that's how I know somebody has arrived. That's her guard dog signal. It's very subtle. It's very ninja. She's a stealth buddy. Yes, you are. You're a stealth buddy. It's true. So you can revel in that fact. Yeah. It's also, guess what? It's Monkey Butt's 8th adoptiversary today. So 8 years, buddy. 8 years. And you get that look on your face as though that means perhaps nuggies? Oh, there goes the eyeballs to the nuggies. The subtle. Right there. They're right there. Right there, man. Go get them. Oh, adoptiversary! Oh, no. What we got? How about some actual crunchy nuggies? Want some crunchy nuggies? Yeah? Come here. Let's feed you full of crunchy nuggies. Get up here. It's your adoptiversary. I know you had steak already today, but yeah. Oh, you just dropped it in my lap, dude. Come on, get up here and get it for real. There you go. Ugh. Dog slobber. There's some of those nuggies. We have some. We can do some stinky beef. Yeah. How about a stinky beef? Everyone likes stinky beef. Oh, you got so much down there, dude. You got so much down there. And we have some toothbrushes. I'm gonna get this dog fat today. It's her adoptiversary. She deserves everything. Oh, that was stinky too. Clean it all up. Look, nope, gotta clean that one up. And that one too. I'm not stepping it. Come on, one more. One more right there. Hey, right there. Right there, get that one. Alright, come get stinky beef. One stinky beef. Right there. Oh boy. Birthday girl. Ish. Adoptiversary girl. Yeah? One more super stinky green toothbrush thing? Oh boy, it's pressed in a mold. Oh, it's delicious. Yay! Alright. Happy adoptiversary, buddy. Get fat and happy. Kitty, I don't remember what day I got you. So, you were just purchased to take care of the mouth problem. It's July 2019 sometime. I have no idea. So, it's almost your 5th adoptiversary. Somewhere in there. Right? I don't know. There might be a Facebook memory that pops up. We'll find out. Okay. But you're a travel companion. And my goodness, those green things are really stinky. I don't know what smell that is, but it is not toothbrush. Okay. Where am I? What's happening? I was, we went past the stroke victim one. Jake guys are asking about the doc, the Nicholas E, I hope we move some up. Oh, okay. I hope he moves some up. Okay. That's what you're trying to say. He may have rolled some, but I doubt it. There's no sense in rolling because it costs you money to roll. You have to move to either a higher strike price or something in order to avoid, the arbitrage of moving that forward. You may as well just execute and just trigger that sucker and get it moving, right, monkey? Right? Oh, you special dog. Little special dog face. Low B. We talk about what should be an obvious conflict of interest that Citadel Security's Chief Technology Officer, Josh Woods, was recently appointed to the board of directors for the OCC. I mean, I don't think anyone who works as a regulator, clearinghouse, whatever, nobody in that should be anyone who is outside of like academia or enforcement. That entire thing should be nothing but people in academia and enforcement who don't really have interests outside of, doing the right thing. But then again, it's a self-regulatory organization. It's membership. The Citadel's a member, and it's made up of members, and they're big, powerful members. So of course, they work somebody into that board, and that's how our stupid system works. We need to have less self-regulatory organizations and more just, regulatory organizations. Maybe some of that. Outside regulators who are like pit bulls of justice. And that's what we should have. But you're right. John McClain says the shifted calls forward. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I could be proven wrong, but I think it's all manipulation, man. That's what I'm thinking. Here's Meister at Houston watched the new Richard Newton video. He has a good theory on what could be happening with the options. I have not had a chance to look at it yet. I'll take a look. Low B, also love the shirt. Well, I decided to wear red because it's a little bit of a red day today. GDC, DFV already has generational wealth. He's still in this to F some shit up. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. That I agree with you. I think he's already like, well, I got $100 million. This is a YOLO play, right? YOLO, that's what he's doing. And he's diamond-handed before. Why would he change his diamond hand tune now for, still more money they could ever spend on stuff? Richard Cranium, I feel like the NBA refs also work for the SEC. Cali Bowl, Houston, washy to create some FUD on apes. So much FUD. Oh my goodness. A lot of pay me to join my investment program, guys. We're all about Keith Gill, sold all his options today. You can just look at the options chain. And when you point out that it's most likely a wash sale, they get real sensitive about it. You can say something simple like, I think this won't age well. And they just, what would you know? I'm like, as much as you do. Snort Wasabi. Anyone thinks Keith Gill did anything other than buy more, they're regarded. Yes. Nicholas E. We flip your calls. I did not. I should have flipped them. Hour and 45 minutes of the day, and I didn't flip. I thought about it. I was like, and I didn't. And I have regrets. I have regrets. I'm still up, technically, from when I did my first $700 investment, but not by much. Smurfqueef, it's Wednesday, boss man. This is true. Did I say Thursday? I don't know, it's Wednesday, whatever day we're on. Frozen State Productions have doubled down on my IEP calls that are in my Roth account. I like how Carl gets revenge against those that mess with him. Bought one weekly GME call this morning. Let's do this. Things are happening probably all over. He sold a whole bunch of stock in, what was that chemical company? He sold 38 million shares in it today or yesterday. He seems like he's piling up cash. He's got about $5 billion in cash on hand over at IEP. So he's making a move of some kind. Nutmuffin, what can we find out about No Labs? I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not really thinking about anything else right now. Other than GME. It has occupied my entire brain space. I know No Labs has had some good days. I know that they joined some sort of Harvard scientific medical device thingamajiggy. Outside of that, I have no clue what's going on. None. My brain space doesn't allow me to really dig deeper than like a passing acknowledgement of their existence in the moment, because I am hyper focused on what GME is doing over the next week or two. And that's, I apologize. That's where my brain's at. Enrich me. Houston. When are taxes collected on options? Only when you sell and pull money out? I'm new to options and was wondering if I buy more calls after selling with no pullout, no taxes. It's like any other trade in security. Like, there's the amount of money you put in, and then there's the amount of money you have taken out by the end of the year. So, if you like sell a bunch of options, invest in more, and lose everything, well, then you're at a wash for the year. And there you go. But if you like buy a bunch of options, sell some, take money out, right? And then play some more and then spend that money on something, you're going to owe taxes on what got taken out for sure. But always talk to an expert, to a CPA, a lawyer, someone who knows exactly how you should be doing that and marking it. But yeah, always consult an expert. I am not an expert as an accountant in any way, shape, or form. But if you lose everything, well, then you lost everything. There you go. But if you spend it on toys and cars and everything, you're going to owe taxes on 40% of that you played with. 37 point whatever. You know what I mean. Dana Bachelor's here. Spuddy McMurph. If they have something to announce, they will have to do it in the pre-market and discuss it at the meeting. I think that's what we're probably looking at. Probably looking at a nice, 3 a.m. for me, drop of some filings. And then my alarm will go off at 6:20 a.m. and I'll go, and try to focus. And either things will be raging or they won't. Scott did the same thing as you. Today almost sold 33, was looking for 30. I was looking exactly for 35. I wanted to put my 35s in the money and then dump them. I thought they would let it drop back to 30 again, and that's when I was going to get back in. And now it just turned on a dime, a couple dollars below where I wanted, and that's what happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose horribly, and that's the game we play, right? Richard Cranium, do you think with MMAT GP is to blame for all this mess? I think GP probably has his things to blame, but Uzi's the one who's been dismantling the company. So at this point, it's on Uzi. Uzi is doing everything he can to absolutely tear apart metamaterial. So I blame him. GP had a problem where he wasn't getting sales bros to sell their tech to anybody. That's on GP. But once you kick them out of there, get some sales bros. That's how you solve it. Like, get people who sell stuff, and then you have things to sell, and you make money. Ta-da! But if you just don't do that, then where are we, right? If you put someone who dropped out of high school in charge of your $100 million clean rooms, you're not going to have any functional clean rooms, right? Before you had like a master's in mechanical engineering who did clean rooms for Intel or whatever in charge of them, then things could hum along and products could get made. But all that investment just gone, poof, gone. Never bothered to get some sales bros. That's what you need. Beach Sunday, FBI investigated Stephen A-hole Cohen, and nothing happened. Nothing is going to happen to Mayo Boy and whoever runs Wolverine either. Citadel CTO becomes OCC board. I'm so mad. I mean, they will get investigated if they lose, right? If they lose cajillions of dollars because they're on the wrong side of everything, and they lose those rich people money who are stuck in Citadel's hedge fund, then there'll be investigations, because rich people do not like losing money when they don't have to lose money. especially when fraud is involved. They will make them pay in every way possible, and Citadel will cease to exist, and some other market maker will appear in their place, probably doing just as many heinous things. This market makers do nothing but heinous things, and they're supposed to be like these good guys who just make sure there's liquidity in the market. The last guy who ran retail market making was Bernie Madoff. Look what happened to him. He lost rich people money, and they took him for everything. And he died in prison. Brandon Moore. This is Zombieland USA. We are doing a real-life casting call for the next Walking Dead series launch, or what the fuck? I still have my shares, my calls, my puts, but this is crazy bazonkerland. Yeah. Another fantastic, Robert Manson, another fantastic day in the greatest financial markets in the world, with everyone following the rules. Sarcasm is free. South Korea and Thailand et al. Can fix their markets, but the USA? We cannot. We depend too much on the crime to keep our markets buoyant and fluffy, which is why they couldn't bring themselves to raise interest rates today. They just kind of held steady, even though they're like, please cut. And we should not cut. Inflation's still too high. But we probably should have raised a quarter point just to like put the thumb on the bruise and let the markets know to just chill the fudge out. For Zero Productions, I tried selling my MMAT calls, but they say unsold for several weeks. I'm hoping somehow MOAS affects MMAT shorts because they're being destroyed. Yeah. Groove Nix, Houston, hope we get some clarity tomorrow on BBYQ. Wouldn't that be the tits? I have no idea if we will or not. I don't know what kind of timeline that thing's still on. It's like the stuff in the courts do seem like they're wrapping up, except for the MJL stupid filing crap. That's just going to waste time and energy and emotions and everything else. But hey, he seems pretty proud of himself. G-Money said, Roaring Kitty selling his options today? I can't say definitively yes or no, but I'm leaning towards no. If anything, he may have gotten more. GDC DFE can definitely get a line of credit from someone to exercise all of his options. Carl can his billions. He doesn't even need a line of credit. He just calls and tells the broker that he wants to do a cashless exercise, and they just exercise option, sell off the shares needed to pay for it, exercise option, sell off the shares needed to pay for it, and then he collects the shares at the end. Scott Pollen. Daytime call is definitely an interesting point. Makes me think, good news. I did some trading today and doubled my call position just for funsies. Options risky, like I'm predicting success. I wish I had done what you did and I just didn't pull the trigger. Oh well, you live and learn. And this one's on me. I will take that. J the B. How people would react when they realize ARK exercised 20% of his calls today and cash out the rest of it? My guess is goes to prison for pump and dumping. Right? I don't think he did. I don't think he exercised 20% and cashed out the rest of it. I don't think he did that at all, personally. But we'll find out in the morning. Yeah, we'll see. Deifiable. I love their album Wanderer. Great stuff. Oh, talking about Heaven Shall Burn. Okay. Stephen Hagen. Met doesn't have new options that you can purchase. Yeah, their number of shares outstanding is too small to have an options chain because of that silly reverse split they did. So got Pollen virtual meeting, absolutely no in-person headquarters. That sounds like a great way to get arrested. I mean, if you just I'm a shareholder, I'm here for the meeting, they'd be like, go listen to your car. Dizzy Melissa Lee was from CNBC was talking smack today. Wasn't she on our side before? But she's mostly talked about AMC before, not GME in the past. Dizzy, all the fuzz prevent FOMO from newbies. I agree with that. Yes. Demon 1281. Damn, it sucks. Don't know how to do this. Do what? Exist? Trade? Comment in a thread? Scott, some people are speculating RK sold some today and bought a bunch expiring on Friday. That would cause some hedging chaos. I thought there'd be hedging in after hours. Is this the Kansas City Shuffle? If that's the case, there would be hedging after hours. If it was nothing but wash sales today, then you'd see the price kind of where it is. If he had sold off a whole bunch of his options, the price would have dropped below $20. It would have gone boink. But if he didn't sell any off and it was just two dingbats trading options back and forth a million times the high frequency trading computers, then there's going to be no de-hedging of the options chain. And so the price wouldn't be dropping. Or the price would drop more if it wasn't just that. I don't know how I'm reading this right. But anyway, if he was selling those options, you would see it in the price would just plummet. If he's, if he's taken the options he has, right? Let's take a gander at the options chain again. Let's just look at these guys. Okay, so his 20s are at $6.40 ish in that range, right? So $6.40. They lost $4 today. And he went for something like, say, maybe roll over. Maybe he did roll over. Who knows? Maybe roll over and he would go to wink. Well, there's nothing in this week that even comparable. I mean, there's a bunch at 30. So maybe he gets, but like if you're going to sell 90,000 of them, how are you only end up with 50,000 at 30 for, a fraction of the price, to be honest. There just doesn't seem to be the volume matching on this side, unless he's like buying, 1,000 to 5,000 of everything in this entire options chain. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like the volume's there to for that rollover. And if he's going to later dates, people are saying maybe August or something. There is not the volume in any of these for the rollover. If you look at September, October, the next date, there's not the volume there for a rollover. I don't think there's the volume on the 28th even, so if you want to extend it a week. Oh, sorry, it's July. I want June 28th. That's what I want. Yeah, the volume doesn't exist there for it to be rolling over. So yeah, he's just sitting there and they're just doing wash sales. That's all I'm seeing. I mean, he could have sold all of his options, bought weeklies for this week that are in the money for a fraction of the price, and like doubled or tripled his holdings. Granted, that would probably push him into insider territory, but he could have done that. But the volume isn't really showing that as being a thing here, so I'm not too worried about that. Hothead candles. Can you explain how a wash trade works? Well, there's wash trades in say it's the end of the tax year, right? And you've got all this stock, and you're like, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to sell it, take a loss because the price is below what I paid for it, and then 30 days after the new year, I'll buy back in, and I'll either get the same amount or hopefully more if the price keeps dropping. That would be a wash sale. That's a wash sale where you manage to get away with it. But if you do it in less than 30 days, they treat it as if you never sold, and then you still have to pay taxes on it. So in this case, what's happening is someone's selling options and buying options and selling options and buying options over and over and over and over again, maybe one at a time, a million times, or maybe thousands of them in blocks back and forth. And it's giving the illusion that there's a whole bunch of volume when there's really nothing happening and no new positions being opened. That's what they mean by this wash sale. It's a wash. That's like when something's like even Steven or whatever. Yeah, it's a wash. The game's tied. It's a wash, right? That's what they mean by a wash sale. Where am I? That's Washington. Steve K. Hagen. I only hope for the adjusted is for a 1000x run. Otherwise, I'll never be able to sell them. Oh, talking about MMAT. Yeah. Grape Knowles, Houstonian. Happy birthday. Can you tell me about the team you would assemble during Moash to protect your wealth? Well, if I'm wealthy, I would get accountant, tax lawyer, a wealth managing attorney, those guys. Set up, anything from trusts to holding companies to, if you need to, offshore holdings, whatever it is that the services they provide, and anchor, put everything into a lockbox, whatever. That seems to be the way to go. If you know rich people, ask them for advice as to who they use, and weigh that as information, because most of us aren't used to being rich and don't know the first thing about what it means to have significant wealth sitting in an account somewhere, and how to make sure we're earning money off of it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the birthday girl making her little blanket bed, because there you go. Yeah. Oh, so nice. That's accountant, tax lawyer, general attorney that will help with wealth management. Those three things are probably the most important. And if you need anything else beyond that, they would know who to get. Private bankers, etc. I have a feeling things are not as they seem. Kitty loves the Cheshire. Kenny won't be able to predict it, but is going to drill his booty hole. I love that booty. Yeah. Citizen 54, are 621 $20 calls worth buying at this point, or is it too late for huge profits? I mean, if the price goes to 80 or $100, you're going to make a huge profit. If it doesn't, then you won't. So, you're not, like, if you buy them now, you aren't too off from where Keith Gill was when he bought his. He bought his at like 567, and they're at 640 right now. So, yeah. B-Ball 3710, Russian warships near Cuba, big deal. Feel like it should be a bigger deal than talked about. It's like drills they do every year. So not that big a deal. They have fewer flagships than they did before. Because they're all at the bottom of the Black Sea. But it's not too big a deal. It's the Russian Navy. Like, what are they gonna do? Get sunk by a Zamboni? Zodiac? Yeah. No, it's trails they do all the time. Robert Thompson, as long as the CAT system is in place, hedges can't hide. Bullish. It's true. Although coming for a vote in the House tomorrow is a bill that would make it illegal to maintain that data for more than a day. So you don't have one day to look at it, and then poof, they have to shred it all and disappear it forever, because the House Republicans absolutely suck. I don't think it will pass, and if it does pass, it's got nowhere to go in the Senate. But this is definitely a hedge fund gift wrapped, turd sandwich, whatever it would be that we have to eat shit on. It's a package for the hedge funds, and even our favorite MMTLP representative is sponsoring it, Northam. So these guys just hate us in the end, and they suck. Richard Cranium, say Arcade becomes a billionaire or multi at that. Do you think someone like him would have the power to save MMAT if he was willing? I mean, they would have the power to, yes. Were they willing? If GP has the ability to convince some, like, oh, the cat finally gave you your bed back, huh? Oh, fantastic. That's the birthday girl. Oh, yeah. That's life. Oh, so much better. If GP can't convince some, like, Greek shipping magnate to help him out, I don't know what hope there is. There's still that rumor that Honeywell wants him, but at this point, they might just pluck him out of bankruptcy. I don't know. Uzi sucks, man. He really, 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 really just shaved that company down to nothing. And there's no one left. So even if they want to, like, implement products or use manufacturing processes they created, there's no one left who knows how to do it. So you have all these patents, but no engineers, no production managers, nobody who could actually like make these things happen. And that's what happens when you lay everybody off. Your expertise disappears. So if you do actually have a windfall, someone's like, you know what? I would like that product. You have no way to make it. None. So the brain drain. I remember my brother telling me about when Luxottica bought Oakley, that they had these really cool glasses called X metals. They're like solid titanium. They're bitchin'. You know, Michael Jordan would wear them, and they're super expensive. They're like the Ferrari Bentleys of sunglasses. Whereas like, you know, Oakley's $100. These things were like thousands of dollars, and they were really hard to make. And there were two guys who made them at this little titanium foundry in Nevada. And Luxottica takes over, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna get rid of these X metal guys. They're expensive. And my brother's like, no. It doesn't matter if they make money on it or not. It brings people into the stores. They look at them and they spend $100 on these other glasses. It's like, you know, the dad looks at the Corvette and he buys the minivan. That's what they're for. That's their entire purpose. And the company's like, oh, they're expensive. You know, we're just gonna get rid of them. It's like that. There's only two people in the world who could forge titanium like this. And if you close this factory down, you lose these guys forever. And they never come back. They go work for Boeing or Lockheed or whatever. And the company's like, we're gonna get rid of them. It's, how about this? How about we do like a titanium frame and then cheap carbon fiber earpieces? We can reduce the costs by half. The company's like, no, we're firing everybody. And they did. They fired the two guys at that foundry. And those two guys went off to work at like Boeing and General Electric or something. And about a month later, they come to my brother like, hey, you know what we should do? We should do some like really cool titanium glasses. And my brother's like, oh my God. We had that. We had that, and you fired them. Well, can't you hire them back? He's like, nope. They're making twice as much money at different companies now, and we'll never get them back. That's what happens when you brain drain them, right? So Matt has brain drained everybody. They're all gone. They're all working for other companies. They're all taking their expertise to somewhere else. And Uzi destroyed that company the moment he took over. He just farted and it blew everyone away. So yeah, I don't know if there is anything left to save except for a whole bunch of patents that, you know, no one understands because there's no more engineers at the company. Yeah. Kelly Reed, happy birthday, Houston. Did you hear second important executive leaving Citadel in past month? Good sign, folks. Oh, is another one? No. Lord Ape, Plute. Kelly Reed. So I'm curious about the dilution and timing. Do you think now that Ryan will need to buy more shares will come close to June 21st to make things go up for further to catapult and possibly cause MOAS? It all depends on what that options chain does. If the options chain starts to move north, we start seeing prices in the 35 range, 40 range by Friday open, then some really interesting things can happen. Because then we start to get some gamma. We can put 9 or 10 million shares in the money, and we can get some gamma from Monday. And if there's no dilution, that'll cause a little buying pressure on Monday, which would cause more options to get going the money for the following Friday, which is the insane leaps where there is hundreds of thousands of contracts. Like, we can just count up. Let's look at the contracts on the 21st again. Let's just count them up, see what we got here. Okay. And then, again, this is not updated. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40. It's about 200,000 up to $20. And then 1, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20, about 20 there, another 30. So we're at 240 or so, up to $25. And then we get 10, 20, another 60, 70. So that's 300,000. 10, 25, 30, 40, another 80. So that's 380,000 or so at 40. So that's 30 million shares. If we can close at $40 on the 21st, that's 30 million shares I got to start looking for. And then it jumps from there. We got another 100,000 probably there, probably another 200,000. So that's probably close to 500,000 all the way to the top of that options chain. So that's 50 million shares they have to hunt down and find if we gamma. and this thing goes bonkers at some point next week. And those numbers can increase a whole lot if there's insane volatility that starts again tomorrow. So we could see 600,000-700,000 contracts on that list by the end of next week. If that's the case, that's a lot of shares to go find. There's a lot of shares to go find. And it's really good chance those 30s are going in the money tomorrow. I mean, they're already in the money several times. So why wouldn't they be in the money again tomorrow? Unless the company is like, we took the $4 billion we had, we went to Vegas, and we put it all on black, and we lost. Like, that's the only thing that could really destroy the shareholders meeting at this point. But, yeah. Monkey Butt, how you doing? I'm only 42 minutes behind the chat, so let's keep going. Bum, 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 bum. Biggest guess is that Kitty was already at $1 billion when he made the play. He may have a lot more money. Like, he's showing us his account, right? But what if he has another account with a whole bunch of call options and things in it? Maybe he's doing multiple things, and he's only just showing us one of them, and there's another one playing elsewhere. I mean, I have multiple accounts. You guys have multiple accounts. Why only use just one? You can play all over the place. Max Carter, they'll pump it to Max Payne, collect some money from retail. We're at Max Payne right now, so yeah, like spot on, Max Payne. Alex Bishop, studying for my citizenship test in Canada. What's citizenship test in Canada like? Do they make you drink maple syrup and talk about the number of Stanley Cups the Canucks have or something? I don't know. Oh, there's reset the chat. So 18. There it was. Okay. Sujo. I bought 20 $32 calls when it was at $29. Am I screwed for this Friday? By the way, thanks. I mean, you're screwed if the price doesn't go up. But I have the feeling the price is going to have some volatility in it. We have a lot of naked sales. We have a lot of options that are still in the money. And who knows if they've hedged for it at this point. And volatility's there. Like we can climb $10. We climbed $10. We were at $23 yesterday, and we hit 33 today. So we can move very easily after hours during trading day. So yeah, we might go in the money again because we were at $32 earlier. So there's no reason why we wouldn't be at $32 at another point. Can't guarantee it, but that's where the volatility kicks in, man. We got volatility for days. Mr. Oak, Houston, so wait, shareholders meeting is midday. What about IV Crush? How would that work then? IV is like way down at the moment. We are at below 300 at anything around the money. That's for the 21st. For this week, what are we at for this week? Yeah, I mean, we're still above 300 for the weeklies, but you know, theta decay takes over then, so who gives a rip about the implied volatility? But for next week, the implied volatility is below 300 for a good chunk of anything within $5 of the current price. So, yeah, I think doing all right. I'm gonna hope we get some wild. I hope we get some wild times. I just want things to be crazy. That's what I want. Think crazy is interesting. It's entertainment for me. Fair turn. When MOAS hits, we're going to Vegas. We're going to take some edibles and we're going to play craps and blackjack till we pass out. Okay. Hothead candles. I feel like exercising has always been part of his plan, and that 30 million cash shown in his account was a message to hedge funds to show them that he has plenty of dry powder to exercise a bunch. Yes, Love Stars is in Vegas now. 4ZZ9, do you think we got this? I'm really worried my call's still underwater. Mine are underwater too, but I'm pretty confident they're going to go above water at some point in the next 24 hours. Say it says RK rolled his calls at a 614. I don't see the volume here to suggest that. Unless he spread it out a bunch against a whole bunch of strike prices. I don't see the volume here to suggest that he did that. I don't know. I mean, it seems like more from people day trading options like I've been doing than anything else. Robert Manson, according to Fintel, in the last 12 days, GME has 617 million shares sold short. Today, Citadel, 461,000. Standard Capital, 3.4 million. Susquehanna, 2.1 million. It doesn't add up, though, to 46 million for the day. Lots of naked. So many naked. I mean, the self-reported short positions are a fraction of what's actually shorted. These market makers sell naked all the time and never bother doing anything about closing that position. They just don't. Confusing. RK is a master gamer. I would not want to play against him. This is also true. Mr. Monaco says 614 calls are going to blow up. I think that is also true. Jay Kaiser, I mentioned settlement delay. Bigham said they changed the rules and can delay option settlement if in market best interest. Mentioned other things to Citadel a-hole on oversight. Yeah, like the OCC, they got all these little rules like, well, if things go weird, we can just go weird with them. And it's kind of a dick move all around. But the Belgian whale. Look up Cortali Otico Gorge. Visited 2 days ago, early morning. It's incredible. Getting Insta TikTok traction will take you there after MOAS. 40 degrees today. Google won't let send coordinates. Crete. Is that the giant cut? Let's. Sorry, my computer had to reboot, so I'll take a moment to get Google Earth to do its thing. Gorge. Control C. Boom. Control V. Bam. Scene. Google Earth. Shablat. Gorge. All right. So, looks like we've got big 500-foot cliffs here. Yeah, about 500-foot cliffs. Okay. What do you got for me? Pictures? Show me something. That's gorgeous. That looks like a good drive. All right. What else you got for me? That picture. Boom. That is gorgeous. Whoa. Got caves as well. Climbing all over the place. That's a lot of limestone, man. It's a lot of limestone. A lot of alabaster. And then here at the edge of the gorge, what we got for the beginning of the gorge. It's pretty good looking. That's someplace you want to take a fast car that likes to go on curves really well. Let's take our Ferraris on tours when we MOAS. It's good looking. Good looking. One of my favorite gorges, my favorite gorge in the entire world, is a gorge called Leslie Gulch. You only access it from the Idaho side, but it's in Oregon. Whoa. Shaboom. Give me north. Leslie Gulch is down here. Is this Leslie Gulch? Cliffs. No, that is Wahi. All right, I'm going to type it in here. Leslie Gulch. Yes. That's what we want. Come on, click. Not responding. What do you mean? You can't click on a stupid word? Not responding. Yeah. Now I click on it. Enter. Come on. Oh, not responding again? Okay. All right. You do your thing. You do you, man. There we go. Oh, that further north. Okay, I was off. So this guy here. This is one of the prettiest places I've ever been in my entire life. There's a little ghost town that's kind of half buried under the lake here. But you got some just awesome. These are some oolites. These are oolites right here. These are created under an ancient lake. And then we got, oh gosh, dang it, that's not where I wanted to go. I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go back. Yeah, you got some more Leslie Colch pictures. Here we go. Got some giant buttes. Just you can see the manganese oozing out of these things. And more oolite action going on. Monkey Butt went here. I took Monkey Butt here when she was but a wee pup. She hated the dirt road. She absolutely hated it. But if you happen to be in Eastern Oregon / Idaho, go to Leslie Gulch. It is some of the prettiest rock formations I have seen in the Western United States. Good gulch. It's not going to be where you take your Ferrari. You're going to take your giant truck with huge tires because there's no paved roads. But it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think I have better pictures than this of it. What about you? What do you got for me? There's some more here. You get in the right light, and it is just so pretty. But yeah, Leslie Gulch is gorgeous. And it's kind of a hidden gem that not many people know about. Speaking of gulches, we can talk about gulches all day long. How'd you like that? You hated it. You were having a panic attack because it's dirt roads and it's bumpy, and you were a year old, and you hated every second of it. And it was the worst thing in the entire world. But yeah, we were there in 2016, shortly after I adopted you. You're like, this is awesome. Where's you taking me? I hate every moment of this. I want to go home. And that was her reaction to road trips. She's a terrible road trip dog. Okay. Where are we? Belgian whale. Look for waterfall. Super nice pictures. Oh, okay. I gotta go back to the previous location. Look for waterfall. Going back to Greece. Shlamba jamma. Blam bam. Okay, look for waterfall. That looks kind of like there's a monastery or something there. What do you got for me? That's pretty cool. That's cool little narrow way. There's another spot in Oregon that's kind of like that too. Gorgeous. All right. Look for waterfall. I don't see one. Big waterfall. Ah, that says big waterfall. So wait, there's a picture there. Looks like a mausoleum or something. Don't see a waterfall on that. But there's this thing called Big Waterfall. Oh, there we go. Oh, now I might be thinking. Come on, man. You can give me that. It's like a little bridal veil fall. But you guys can't see it because it won't get large because I think Google Earth is currently dying. Here you are. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that one, at least. This must be at the bottom of the waterfall. So this person is wearing a helmet because they fell off the cliff into the water? I don't know. Oh, that's really cool, though. I can dig that. Now, big waterfall. Are you going to get large for me? Big waterfall. Tourist attraction. Well, you guys can't see that. It's just a blank box to you. But I can see it. It looks very pretty. There we go. Okay. All right. Where was I? Master Gamer one. That was Barry's Bit. Why do you think Pulte calls GME to dilute tomorrow? Well, he took that back. He said, I don't think they're going to dilute now. They're going to dilute now. But then he said, I do think Roaring Kitty sold all of his calls. So, what? I think Pulte is hopefully right about the first one, wrong about the second. Christopher Stedman, Houston, what is T35 date for GME exactly? Apparently next week, 21st T35 for the FTD wave we had back in May. So, yeah. Evict Cat for Adoptiversary. She doesn't. The cat's gone. She's good, right? You're good. You're good. You got treats. You got steak today. Oh my goodness. Wasn't that good? Wasn't steak delicious? It was pretty tasty, wasn't it? It was. Robert Menson. Last 12 days, short volume has been 50% of volume. Assholes. We need some good news out of the meeting. I need my 14th 60 call to get back into the money. Yes. Oh man, if we could push some of those crazy lotto tickets in the money. Monday would be amazing, so long as I don't dilute. But yes. 100K man, thoughts on OCC terms of service change. Does it sound good for a squeeze? It does not. But, you know, if they can't deliver shares to people, then people aren't going to participate in options. And the options guys aren't going to make any money. And then they ruin the entire system. So this is one of those things where don't piss off your customers comes into play. Court's going to squash cat per JP Morgan. Hope they don't. For public good. Yeah, right. It's me, BK. Jimmy gonna make us rich. I hope so. KLDG, Houston. Mavs are 0-3 in the finals. Ooh, is this what it's like to be a Mariners fan? Yes. Yes, it is. So the Mariners never made it to the finals, never made the World Series, so you're better off than we are. Fred Jones, the market's open Monday, June 19th. The Juneteenth, they're closed. Is it Monday that they're closed? I thought Juneteenth was Wednesday. Juneteenth is Wednesday. They're closed on Wednesday, the 19th. So be a short 4-day trading week, so I need a lot of action on that Monday and Tuesday, and that Thursday for me to get to my $1 million play. Let's see if we can. I mean, I shit the bed today, not selling when I should have sold. I had the thing in the back of my head, it's like, sell, man, sell, flip it around, sell right now, you can do it. And I didn't do it, and and all sorts of weirdness is going to happen tomorrow, I know, with the shareholders meeting happening. I'm going to give it 13 more minutes of the show. I am tired. I'm a tired boy, and I want to go eat some cookies and go to bed. So... Monkey can't have cookies or chocolate in them. So maybe another steak for her or something. Okay. KCDB. Hi, Houston. Happy birthday. Wells Fargo diverted water in Black Bart's claim to steal his land claim, making it worthless. This led him to a life of crime, robbing Fargo stagecoaches. Wells Fargo bought tons of towns and land and mail operations as a large corporation in the 1800s. Corps still do similar today, squash little guys, buy up market. With banking system and U.S. corporations and big tech, our U.S. history was always pro-big business, which keeps growing. Chase, are we doomed to a life of idiocracy, or can we prevent it? I think we're pretty much doomed to a life of idiocracy, personally. I think we're getting more and more stupid as time goes on. With more and more information available to us, it's just, like, you guys fit in a different category because you have curiosity and interests, and you read things and you find stuff out and you investigate, but you do not reflect a majority. A majority is just dumb. Go work retail. Go work in a restaurant. Go bag groceries at a grocery store. You know, everybody has to eat. They all show up and you go, oh my God, most people are mostly stupid. And it's really deflating for your hopes, dreams, wishes for what society could become. Because you're like, this is what we got. This is what we have to deal with. I was so optimistic as a teenager. I had this whole idea about like educating the world. Like we can teach people all sorts of stuff. We can make humans better. We can improve society. And then I got out there, and at 16 I was bagging groceries, and they're so dumb. Just collectively, just a bunch of morons who are just functionally regarded, who I don't know how they tie their shoes in the morning. I remember it being Thanksgiving. the day before Thanksgiving is the busiest day in a grocery store all year long. It is insane. And the line at every check stand was like 40 carts deep, just going all the way down the aisles. And this lady comes up, and the checker's booping things, boop, boop, and putting it in bags. And then she hands coupons over. And he boop, she was like, oh, I'm sorry, this coupon is expired. It's for like a can of pumpkin pie mix or something. She's like, but I have a coupon. She's like, yes, this coupon expired 3 years ago. But I have a coupon for pumpkin pie mix. She's like, I'm aware you do, but it doesn't any good because coupon expired 3 years ago. But I have a coupon. Does not matter. It's an expired coupon. Cannot give you a deal. But how am I supposed to get the pumpkin pie mix for a deal when I have a coupon? Oh my God. Lady, it's expired. You're paying full price for your pumpkin pie mix. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. And it just over and over again. Crap, you just wonder how these people function in society, because how do they have a job? How do they do anything? How do they complete a task? Like, I wouldn't have trusted that lady to like pluck radishes out of the ground competently. How is she going to raise a family? Or I don't know how half this country works. We're so dumb. And then we're proud of it. We're like, yeah, I'm dumb. That's right. I'm the dumbest guy you know. Hell yeah, brother. And they just are so happy to be dumb. So happy to like cherish and embrace their dumbness. So no, I think we are doomed to a life of idiocracy with brief moments of yippee in there. And then it's just downhill from there. That's a downer, I know, but that's just the way it is. Learn about animals. Is that dinosaur real? You mean Godzilla? Godzilla, of course, is real. Godzilla has an eyeball in their hand. It's very real. Dan Joe, do you think Roaring Kitty watches your shows? Have you ever tried to invite him on to see what happens? I mean, he's watching right now. It's 12:22 in the morning where he is. Market opens in a few hours. He's definitely watching me, thinking, man, I wish I could be that cool. I mean, he might know who I am. I'd be honored if he did. But I pretty much think he's probably does his own thing, man. But if he wants to come on the show, you're welcome. Open invitation there, Keith. Come on by anytime. Be as weird as you want to be. I can match your energy level if need be. Kevin Hornback. Interesting theory looking at his YOLO updates. And the latest one had what looks like an interest payment of over 100,000, which would mean that he had $1 billion already last month. Oh, really? Oh, really? Maybe he's like giving us a little wink wink? KCTV, I see you don't have the latest gear, but that's okay. Great content. Can you speak to that more gear doesn't matter, your streaming philosophy, why you started, what was starting like, do you recommend it? I tripped and fell into this. So originally my gear was really terrible. I had a camcorder on a tripod in the middle of my desk for a year, giving terrible video. My microphone, I could not figure out how to make my microphone work because of a cheap Chinese one that I bought. And someone was very nice. They like just sent me money to get a better microphone. So I bought this Blue Tech microphone. This guy, this. And then I eventually got some like real tripods that I could bolt the things and clear up my desk a little bit. But anyway, no, I don't have a special studio. People like set up special studios and, mood lighting and like I shouldn't even have a ring light because wear glasses. You're not supposed to have ring lights with glasses, but that was like $10, so that's what I got. But yeah, I didn't consciously go out saying I'm going to make myself a YouTube podcast. It was more I got interviewed on The Gist. That went crazy viral. I got interviewed on several more podcasts with like Stonk Money and whatnot. And then someone was like, make your own podcast. So I did. And then I got 35,000 views on my first video I ever made. And that allowed me to monetize from that first video. And I was like, well, heck, I'll make more videos. So I did some more recorded videos. And eventually someone was like, why are you doing recorded videos? You can just go live and they'll ask you questions. And so I started doing that. I think I was on the road trip. So I was doing it from like hotels. I was going live. And yeah, now I do that 3 or more times a week. Why do I do it? I don't really make much money at it. It's like, it's a little bit. It's like $1,000 a month. But I don't know. I like connecting with people. I like talking to people. I like, raising money for charity. That's my favorite thing. Like, I might make $1,000 a month off YouTube, but like I can raise $1,000 to $2,000 to $8,000 in a single charity show, and hopefully fireworks happen. So the 25th for Second Story, we raise like their entire year's budget would be fantastic. I mean, if you got things to say and you can answer people's questions, by all means, do a show like this. If you are better at the tech stuff and editing and stuff like that, make a more honed, better show than I have, by all means. Like, I would love if this channel, if I could make enough money off this channel to hire a producer to like smooth this crap out, gladly. I'd let them do all the promotion, put me in a studio, handle calls, whatever. That'd be great. But at this point, like, I went to like 20,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 21 and change after 3 years. So I haven't really grown my channel. I don't do the things that people should do to grow their channel. I just, log on, set up a show, make a name, type a little brief thing, go live. And that's just kind of how I do it. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Colin picked up a couple $30 calls for Friday in the dip. Probably got those cheap too. AJ says, get an interview with Roaring Kitty. Seriously, man. Keith, come on by. If you pop in the chat right now, I will send you a Zoom link. He's not watching. Rick Peters still have 21 RK calls, but the long dated call October 18th looked tasty today. I think anything you get that's close to in the money will go in the money within the next 48 hours. At least bounce through it at some point, right? It's just kind of how this works. Unusual market. Everything was too convenient and happening at the same time. Citron closing short. Jim Cramer saying GME won. Everyone's saying RK sold. Kind of weird timing, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's to quell FOMO, because what they don't want is they don't want the normies jumping in like they did in 2021. So they're going to go all out. Remember, these folks owe trillions of dollars in liability, right? They will gladly pay some unknown YouTuber or Twitter handle $1,000 to FUD all day long because it's cheap. They will gladly deal with the loss of arbitrage on hammering the same call options back and forth 90,000 times than to pay us what they owe us. They will do anything in their power and spend whatever is less than $1 trillion to ensure that they don't have to pay us. Gamma squeeze and FOMO, that's what will kick this thing off. And they don't want either of those things to happen. So they're going to do whatever they can to hammer it down. And, people who aren't familiar with things, they're like, ugh, those meme stalkers are a bunch of morons. Because all they see are the stuff from the mainstream folks. They have no idea what happens to the markets at like a base level. And because they don't spend the time like we do. They don't watch these videos. They don't read about it. They just see something fly by in their timeline. They're like, oh, yeah, it's happening again. A bunch of weirdos. And that's their takeaway on it. So they cannot afford to have the normies jumping in. Because remember, GameStop went from 10,000 investors and 2 weeks later had 900,000 investors. All because of the FOMO of the normies jumping in. Now there's probably a couple million investors as a result. So they need to limit the number of people getting interested because that's where the price goes up. And Fat Boy, come on. There he is. Everyone needs a little cattail karaoke. That didn't last long. He's like, I'm out of here. Souljo, RK needs to drop an update tweet. Too many to square FUDs. Or tomorrow to square FUDs. That's it. Has he done anything yet? Let me just check my timeline here. Boom. 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 Nope. He did one this morning, and that was it. But I think this just might be my biggest plan. All right. So, yeah, nothing yet. Has he done anything on ye old Reddit? He's posted no YOLO update since Monday. So nothing there. Yeah. Got nothing. Got nothing at all. Okay, I'm gonna do one more question, and then homeboy here is going to eat some cookies and go to bed. Shall we? Okay, we'll get here. Ziggy780. The risk with short-term options is temporary if the buyer wants to exercise right away. Bingo. Like, if you want cheap options, you buy something close to the money or in the money. Day before, day of, and then you go zip zap, zip zap, zip zap, boom, and you start executing. And executing can start to cause all sorts of action. Yeah. But yeah, so I agree with that. Our Pure Point says there's no wash sales as Kitty selling and re-entered on 2-day away calls after the broker unhedged, and now they have to re-hedge even more shares than Kitty originally had. If he split it up into a whole bunch of different strike prices, maybe, but the volume doesn't quite look like that's what he was doing. He may have. We will know tomorrow when the open interest resets. So, all right, everybody. I am out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do another show tomorrow because, things are going to be weird. So it'll be tomorrow afternoon after close. We'll do a show, and I'll see you guys then. Until then, rock and roll. Cool. You guys have a good night. It's after dark now, so we can do an after dark outro.